guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Tonight we are doing part 2, that's right, part 2 of my Disney World for Beginners video series. Part 1 is already live. Make sure you check it out. But basically it's 2024 and I thought it was important to do an updates video for all the tips and tricks and things you need to know when planning a Disney World vacation. So some of that earlier content may be out of date, wrong pricing, wrong information. A few things may have changed. So make sure you check out these updated videos. Now, like I said, this is part 2. Part 1 was the, okay, I just booked, now what situation? Things you need to consider and know about to possibly add to your package, or other things you might want to, pay for in addition to your room and your park tickets. This video is a continuation of that, but this is more further down the line. Okay, your trip is, a couple of months away. What else do I need to think about, shop for, prepare for, pack for my Disney World vacation? So when you put the two videos together, you end up with your top 20 tips and tricks and things you need to know about when planning Disney World right now for 2024. Hopefully that makes sense. So like I said, check out that other video as well, but this is the continuation. So this is my top 10, making it a total of top 20 tips and tricks. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay, so in no particular order, guys, number 1 right now on my list is the Disney World app. 100%. The My Disney Experience app is 100% needed. You have to have it. I don't think you can go to Disney World without having the app, but things to know about it. First, it's free. It's one of those freebies at Disney World. Luckily, they don't charge us to use the app, but the app is 100% necessary. It is how you're going to get Genie Plus. It's how you're going to see wait times for rides and even what rides are available or where the rides are located. You got to use the restroom. Yep, it's on the app. You want to meet and greet with characters and you want to know what characters are meeting and where they're located. Yeah, it's on the app. You're looking to get dining reservations. You just want to look at the menu. You want a mobile order. It's on the app. All those things and more are on the app, which makes the app 100% necessary and vital for your Disney World vacation. Now, rather than going on and on and on about this app is so important for your vacation that I have a whole video dedicated to just the app. I teach you where everything is located within the app. I show you what all the buttons do. It's a full-on navigation, exploration, explanation video of the My Disney Experience app. You can actually upload your park tickets in there. You can add your vacation reservation number in there and see all the things. Everything's on the app. So know it, learn it, get it, do it, all the things have to have the app. Number 2 on my list is Genie Plus. Now this one is 100% optional. You don't have to use Genie Plus or individual Lightning Lane, but I highly suggest it, especially if you've got young kiddos. You're going during any sort of holiday peak busy season. You're going when it's hot, when it's cold, when it's stormy, when you don't want to wait outside. And when you're going with people who don't like to wait in line. That's me. Waiting in line makes me cranky. I'm going to be honest. I grew up waiting in line, Disneyland, well, lots of waiting in line. I'm old now. I don't want to wait in line. If I can pay to skip the line, I am gonna do it. So lucky for you guys, I have recently done an updated video per Genie Plus and individual Lightning Lane. So if these words, like you've heard them, but you're like, what is she talking about? Yeah, check out that video. I have a whole video, again, another explanation video of the system known as Genie Plus or individual Lightning Lane, but essentially you have to pay to skip the line. And of course it's a little difficult because it's not pay one fee and you get to skip all the lines. It is something you need to prepare for, know about, and kind of learn so that in the moment you can make the best decisions for your vacation. So yeah, definitely number 2 is Genie Plus. Watch that video, know what it is, and don't be like shocked when you get there and everyone's skipping the line but you. Know about Genie Plus, purchase it if you can, and enjoy. Your park bag. Everyone who goes to Disney, including the guys, I'm pretty sure, all have some form of park bag, whether it's a backpack or a purse or a fanny pack or a belt bag or whatever you want to call it. It's something that's going to hold all your stuff at the theme parks. Now, first thing you need to know, Disney World 100% allows you to take your backpacks on all the rides except one. That is Tron. They provide free lockers for you to locker your bags. Now, if you've been to Universal, we're not talking about Universal, Disney World, you can 100% take your bags on the rides. So why is your park bag so important? Well, we're gonna talk about it real quick, but note, yeah, just like everything else, I have a whole video dedicated to your park bag, not necessarily picking out your park bag, but what you're gonna put inside. I have a video of my top 20 items that I always take to the theme parks to put in my park bag. Now, my park bag has changed a little bit throughout the years. This is my most current park bag. It is a Kate Spade. It's considered a mini backpack. And I love it because it's lightweight. Now, this one isn't necessarily washable. It is a little bit durable, but yeah, it's got a flap and it holds all the things. But these are the things you need to think about. I go to Disney World all the time. This is the bag I currently like to use. But what do I suggest for you guys? Think lightweight, which luckily that one is. Think washable. Unfortunately, that one is not. Think about things like, can it get dirty? You know, because a lot of these times you have to put the bag on the floor because it doesn't quite fit at your table, or you have to put it on the floor in the ride, it could get dirty. So think about things like that. But depending on your situation, whether you're going by yourself, with kids, with a group of people, you're the one holding the family backpack, all those things matter. So you want to know what you're putting inside. You want to know what bag fits it all and which bag is going to work for you. Now, this bag, I talk about it all the time. Again, I have a whole video on this one. This is the Lululemon belt bag. This is highly popular for that younger age group as well as anyone else. I always wear mine, and then I also wear the mini backpack. So I actually wear both of these things when going to the theme park. So you just want to kind of know that you need one. Figure out which one works for you, watch my video, figure out what you want to put inside of it, and make the best decision. But it probably most likely needs to hold water. Depending on your season, you might want to toss in a hoodie or a light jacket. So you got to think of those things in advance, because I can't tell you how many people I see will wear a bag, like they brought a bag, they knew about it, but then they're also carrying an additional like Disney bags and they're holding it, and it's not even souvenirs, it's like the rest of their stuff. So plan ahead, figure out what you're gonna bring, what you might be putting in it, and find the best park bag for you. Also note that a lot of these items I'm talking about are gonna be on my Amazon shoppers link. So not only do I have various park bags on the link, but I have, you know, all the items I actually put in my park bag on these links. So if you need to shop, you can quickly just add a park bag to your shopping cart. You can add a fan and all the things you want to add to make your vacation complete. Just note that all the things I'm talking about today, if it's stuff you can purchase, it's also on my Amazon link. But let's go to number 4. All right, guys, number 4, I touched on it a little bit in the previous video, and that is water. Water, 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 so much water. Pack your water, plan for lots of water. Disney is lots of walking, miles upon miles upon miles of walking, and I see a lot of people who do get dehydrated, unfortunately. So knowing that you need water, plan for that. Get your plan of attack. Are you going to order groceries like I talked about in the previous video and carry all those bottles of water with you? Or are you going to use a refillable water bottle and just refill it as you go throughout your day? These are highly popular to have a refillable water bottle. So whatever the situation you do, make sure you have water. Now, of course, I have a water bottle video up on my channel where we talk about the top 10, I don't even know how many, 10, 15 water bottles that you could bring to the theme parks. I talk about popular ones, convenient ones, adults, kids, whatever. This one just happens to be mine. I love it because it's lightweight. The straw kind of hides itself, right, for sanitary reasons. It's easy to refill. It's easy to drink from. This is my personal favorite, but whatever one you use, water, 100%. Now, unfortunately, Disney doesn't have a lot of like the nice water bottle refill stations. They are kind of few and far between, but I think they're working on it because every time they seem to build a new land or a new ride, they are putting in water bottle refill stations. So like Tron has one, Bat2 at Hollywood Studios has one. There's one inside the Millennium Falcon ride. So just kind of look for them and refill. Otherwise, you're just going to have to refill at those like drippy water fountain areas by the bathrooms. Or note, you can go into any single quick service and ask them for ice water. You can ask them for several ice waters and kind of fill your bottle. Or sometimes I've actually told a cast member I was trying to refill my bottle. They actually took my bottle from me and refilled it from the fountain machine. So whatever the situation is, pack for it, plan for it, research it, and do it for every member of your family. Now, number 5 is special events. Yes, whenever you are going to Disney World, you want to know about the special events that are happening at that time, because a lot of times there are extra things that you have to purchase, right? And they sell out early. So you want to know about them, plan for them if you're interested. And I'm specifically talking about after-hour events and holiday parties. Like I said, these are special ticketed things. You have to pay extra for them so you can enjoy an evening of rides and characters and treats and whatever the situation is. And note, if you are one of my clients, we can usually 99% of the time purchase these tickets for you. And sometimes Disney Resort guests get a little bit of a perk and you get advance notice and we can purchase them for you before we can purchase them for other people. So again, holiday season, whatever the situation is, know what these special events are, you know, when they're happening so you can plan for them. So what are they? Let's talk about them just real quick. First one is after hours events. Again, it's an extra ticketed thing you got to pay for, but it basically allows you to run amok in the park in the evening once it's already kind of kicked out all the other day guests. So the park pretty much shuts down only for after hours ticketed people. So it's in the evening, it's unlimited rides. This is your chance to ride all the rides without waits, without worrying about Genie Plus, and just having a great time. Often these parties will include some characters walking around, right? And include some treats. Usually you can get like unlimited, I don't know if it's popcorn, you can get bottles of things like water, Sprite, soda. You can get frozen novelty treats like Mickey's Premium Ice Cream Bar, the Strawberry Bar. Again, each event is kind of different, but that's pretty typical for you to pay a certain price, be able to ride whatever you want for 3 to 4 hours in the evening and enjoy some treats. The holiday parties, also a special ticketed event. They have several of them now, so it's kind of hard to group them in a lump sum, but we're talking parades, fireworks, shows, specialty characters. Yes, the rides are open, but usually you're there to enjoy these extra special things that don't happen, you know, during the day or again throughout the year. So it is one of those situations, the park kind of closed down and it's only open for the people with those tickets. And of course, the holiday parties, of course, Mickey's A Very Merry Christmas Party, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and then new last year was Jollywood Nights, which is also a holiday season thing, but it's at Hollywood Studios. And who knows, it's 2024, Disney could make up additional parties, but know that there could be some sort of nightly special ticketed event going on during your trip, and you may or may not want to consider doing it. Now, I will give a little heads up. I get a lot of people who are excited for these parties and they want to purchase the tickets, and that's great. But note, these are late night and they're not always ideal for all of the kiddies, right? Some kids go to bed early. So kind of know that in advance, that even though kids can go and kids can absolutely have a blast, I personally would not want to waste, $100 or so on a ticket for my kid for them to poop out an hour after the party started. Nor do I want to drag them around when they're whiny and tired and all the things, right? So just know that in advance. But yes, absolutely know about those special ticketed events. Number 6, one of my favorite things to do at Disney World is the Epcot Festivals. Absolutely. So there are 4 festivals every single year. You want to know about them. Are they happening during your vacation? Do you need to, plan an extra day at Epcot just so you can enjoy these festivals? Now, the festivals are included in your park ticket. You don't have to pay extra to enjoy the festival. Of course, there's a few little things you might want to do within the festival that might cost you some extra dollars, but usually not much. Like I said, 4 a year. So we got International Festival of the Arts that has already happened this year. That happens January, February. And then we have Flower and Garden, which is happening right now. That is their springtime/Easter time festival. And then in the fall, we've got Food and Wine. Food and Wine is their most popular festival. And then towards winter, right at Thanksgiving and on, is the International Festival of the holiday season. And all the festivals include food and drinks and activities. And one of my favorite things to do is when I go to Epcot, is to do the scavenger hunts. Now, these are one of the things that costs a few dollars extra, but they're $10. And you purchase the map and you have to go find the things throughout the World Showcase. You put the sticker where you found the thing, right? Each festival is different. And then you get a prize when you're done. So it's an extra special way to enjoy the festival, whether you're a kid or an adult. But I absolutely love the festivals. And I think that everyone should take a moment out of their trip to go ahead and enjoy Epcot and one of those festivals. All right, number 7 is shoes. Yeah, I said shoes. That's actually a big question I get from my clients and even from my fans, you guys from YouTube, is Nina, what shoes are the best to wear to Disney World? Like I said, Disney World is lots of walking, miles upon miles upon miles of walking in the heat, on concrete, sometimes when it's rainy and wet and you get all sweaty and ugh. Anyway, the shoes you would normally wear at home aren't always the shoes you want to wear at Disney World. So I get a lot of people that want special Disney World walking, comfortable, walking on a cloud, memory foam like shoes. I actually have a whole video on the top and best shoes to take to Disney World. So if shoes is of concern, make sure you watch that video. But yeah, you do need to pay attention to the shoes. So as you're packing and getting ready for your vacation, know that you need to make sure, all of the shoes for all of the peoples, right, kiddos, that the shoes fit. Nothing worse than walking miles upon miles every day with shoes that don't fit. You want to make sure they fit. You want to make sure they're lightweight. You want to make sure they're comfortable. You want to make sure they can get wet, perhaps in a downpour. Is it hot and you want something kind of airy and breezy? Yeah, it just depends on your situation. I'm a Birkenstock person. My husband has to have actual comfortable tennis shoes. So it just depends what you're looking for. Again, check out that video. But I find it funny that people think it's silly that I mentioned shoes as one of the top 20 things you need to think about. Yet it's one of the number 1 questions you guys ask me about is shoes. So yeah, know about shoes. Plan ahead. Is it going to rain during your trip? Maybe make sure you have shoes that can get wet. Or for me, I will just swap and use Crocs on a rainy day so I don't get my sneakers all wet. So it just depends. But yes, know about it, plan for it. And it is important. You got to take care of your feet, right? So yeah, shoes. And yes, with shoes, socks. Socks are important as well. I wear socks at home that tend to like pinch my toes. I hate them. When I go to Disney World, I can't deal with that. I gotta have socks that are comfortable and cushiony and fit and breathable, all the things, right? So yes, 100% shoes, socks, whatever your situation is, know about it, plan for it. Number 8, well, you're headed to Disney World. 1 or 2 things are happening. You've either A, had to get a flight somewhere, or B, you're driving or renting a car. So these are things you do need to think about. So yes, if you are flying to Disney World, note that the airport that's ideal to fly into is MCO. Also note, when purchasing flights, just some tips for you, I check my flights daily. Like I'm right now trying to purchase flights for a trip that's several months down the road, and I'm constantly looking at prices because once the prices drop a little bit, I like jump and purchase them. So not only do I watch the prices every day, sometimes several times a day, I also know that prices tend to be cheaper midweek. So I really like to look at them on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, even Thursday, to find the ideal prices. I get a lot of clients who are like, Nina, I was checking flights and there's so much money. I'm like, you were checking on a Saturday afternoon. That's when everyone checks for flights because they're out of work. Check midweek during your lunch hour, first thing in the morning, and you may find that those flights are a little bit cheaper. Now, for those of you who are driving, whether you're renting a car or you're driving your family vehicle, just note that, yeah, there could be some bumps along the way. I highly suggest you get that car, you get the oil change and you get the car serviced and make sure the tires and all the things are looking good for your vehicle. I can't tell you how many clients of mine, sadly, have driven to Disney World and had some sort of car malfunction situation happen to them on the way to the theme parks. So yes, know about the things and take care of them. And in the previous video, I do talk about trip protection insurance. Yeah. When you're driving to Disney World, trip protection insurance might be something you want to add just as that extra precaution. But yes, those are the things you need to think about. Now, if you're flying, of course, you have to figure out a way to get yourself from the airport to Disney. I talked about it in the previous video. If you are someone who's driving or renting, yeah, note that if you have a Disney vacation package, you get to park for free. That's right, Disney, it was free and then they started charging. It's free again. So if you are driving to Disney World and you are a Walt Disney World guest, with a vacation package, you can park at your resort for free. And it also means you can then take your car to the theme parks and park for free. So yes, know about these things going into it. I will say sometimes parking can be kind of hard. Some of those resorts get quite busy in the parking lot. So kind of know that as well. But yes, flights, check early, check often. If you're driving, get your car serviced and note that either way, parking at the resort is free per your Disney vacation package. All right, number 9, dining reservations. You 100% need to know about this if you are going to Disney World because the majority of people are making some form of dining reservation when they go to the theme parks, whether you're making just one or one for every single day of your trip. Note that Disney dining reservations happen right now, at least right now, 60 days out from your trip. So 60 days out from your trip, you have the opportunity to get reservations per your table service restaurant of your choice, right? It is something you can do on the app or on the website. But note this, there is a perk here. So those of you who are Disney resort guests, AKA my clients, right? You get a perk because not only do you get to book your dining reservations 60 days in advance, but you get to book your whole week's worth 60 days in advance. So you can book up to 10 days worth of dining when you're staying at a Disney World resort, which is actually a leg up from everyone else. So locals, people staying off property, have to book at exactly 60 days. We get to book 60 days plus 10. So that is our leg up here. So note that those of you who are staying off property, unfortunately, certain popular meals, character meals, Cinderella's Royal Table, yeah, those reservations could be gone because the other people had a chance to book them before you. So just note this is another perk for staying on property. But absolutely, if there's a waitress, waiter involved, if it's a character meal, if it's a buffet, you 100% want to make those dining reservations. Yeah, you could wait till you get there and hope for a walk-up list or hope for cancellation, right? Always. But you 100% want to try to do this 60 days out from the day you want to eat, right? So for those of us staying on Disney, it's 60 days out from the day we arrive. For those of you off property, it's 60 days out from each day you want to eat. Hopefully that makes sense, but 100% do your research, figure out what restaurants you want to eat at, check out the menus, and be prepared to make those reservations. Also note, clients of mine, if you're watching this video, I will send out a special dining email just for you about a week or so before it's time to book those dining reservations, complete with suggestions, recommendations, tips and tricks, all the things. So yes, if you're a client of mine, you are 100% going to get that special dining email. Now, number 10. I feel like I talk about this in the majority of my videos because it is so important. It's almost as important as water. And this is to check the weather. I can't tell you how many people just assume Disney World's weather is gonna be nice or perfect for their vacation. Unfortunately, this is not true. Disney World, Orlando, Florida has 100% the opportunity and chance to be flooded with rain, to be so spicy hot that your skin feels like it's gonna melt off your face. I'm not kidding. As well as it can be so cold that you need gloves and a winter jacket. I have been during all of those scenarios. And then of course, there's the times when you were lucky enough to have perfect weather. For me, perfect weather is t-shirts with a light breeze. Yeah, not so spicy hot, but not cold either. I like that mid 70s. I like 65 to 70 degrees at Disney World. That is my ideal temperature. Of course, that changes per person, but you have to check the weather. You need to check the weather before you book your trip, because if you are someone who can't do cold, or you're someone who can't do spicy hot, you kind of need to know what the ideal temperature could be. But then also know Mother Nature does her thing, and nothing is guaranteed temperature-wise. So you want to definitely check that temperature while you're packing. Check it 10 days before your trip. Check it right before your trip, because you may have to toss in some winter coats and or a fan. Yeah, Disney gets so spicy hot that I have videos dedicated to just the heat at Disney World, tips and tricks and ways to beat the heat. One of those is to have a handheld fan. I have videos on the top best handheld fans for Disney World, and sadly, yet I have videos on winter time or winter season at Disney World, ways to stay warm. Because unfortunately, no matter what the temperature is, you're outside walking for miles upon miles, right? In the heat, in the cold, in the rain. So yes, I don't want to scare you, but it's not always beautifully perfect. So make sure you check ahead and just plan accordingly. Don't just assume it's flip-flops, t-shirts, and shorts weather, is basically what I'm saying. So anyway, guys, that is my top 10, or if you saw the other video, top 20 tips and tricks for Disney World beginners right now. And like I have said several times, a lot of these subjects, including the weather one, I have separate dedicated videos on just those subjects. I have a whole video on just shoes, on water bottles, on park bags, on all the things. Genie plus dining recommendation videos. I have videos on all the things, guys, so check it out. But for those of you who like a good bonus, I do have a bonus for you. So either number 11 or number 21. Yeah, things you need to prepare for or know about is pin trading. Pin trading is something that goes on at all the Disney parks, even the cruise ships. It is when you take an official Disney pin of your own and you trade it with a cast member for one of their pins. So sometimes cast members will be wearing lanyards with pins. Sometimes the location will have a pin board with a bunch of pins on it. Can't tell you how many times I'll see people go up to the pin board and they'll say, "How much was that pin?" It's not something you pay for. It's a trading situation. You are trading your pin for their pin, but there's a few things you need to know. First, you need to only have Disney official trading pins. You cannot just trade some random pin you got from your home state or some other random pin. It needs to be an official Disney World trading pin. They pretty much always have a little Mickey pin back on the back of them. So you would want to pre-purchase these pins. You can purchase them at the theme parks. You can purchase them on now what's known as the DisneyStore.com. Previously Shop Disney, now the Disney Store. That's a good way to get pins, actually. I wait till there's a coupon or there's a sale on pins, kind of buy them up. Doesn't matter if you like them because you're trading them for ones you do like. A lot of people like to wear their pins on lanyards. This is my son's lanyard. It's also a good way to display your pins. So consider getting yourself a lanyard. You'll actually see people wearing lanyards in the park with all their pins. Just note that pins like to fall off. So if a pin is very special to you, either A, don't wear it, leave it at home, or buy one of the special pin backs to make sure it stays on securely on your lanyard. Of course, I like to keep all of my trading pins in a little pouch. Yep, there they are right there. And then I just walk up to a cast member and I'm like, oh, I like that pin. Can I trade you? And then you trade. It's simple, it's easy, and it's a fun little thing to do at the parks. That's free, right? Except you had to pay for the pin in the first place. And it's just fun. It's a fun little souvenir, and you can kind of go home and look at all your pins, and maybe you got a pin that today you like and tomorrow you don't, and you just trade it again and you just keep doing it. So anyway, another fun thing to do at the theme parks is pin trading. So plan in advance, get those pins, get those lanyards, and get ready to trade. But yeah, like I said, that's it, guys. Top 11 or 21 tips and tricks for Disney World beginners. Like I said, watch those other videos if you want more detailed content, and make sure you watch part 1 of the series because that had a lot of vital information in it as well. Also note, I said it earlier, but all the things on this video that I talked about, shoes, park bag, what to go in your park bag, water bottles, if I mentioned it and it's something you can purchase, it's all going to be on my Amazon shoppers link. So you can kind of shop on that link and find, a really good park bag option. I got hats, I've got fans, I got all sorts of things on those links. So make sure you guys check it out. And if you haven't heard already, I have a Facebook page, Mermaid Nina Travels. This is a great page to join if you are on Facebook because you're going to get updated content and information. If Disney posts something, whether it's a deal or a change or a new thing opening, it's going to be on my Facebook page. I like to post videos and reels and just funny, silly pictures and all the things. So if you're looking for a great Facebook page to join, check mine out. But yeah, that's it, guys. What did you think of this series? I have another fun tips and tricks video coming up next. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys enjoy this content. You guys seem to really like the tips and tricks, so I'm trying to do more of those for you. Let me know in the comments. But as always, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications. Like this video, pretty please. Share with anyone who you know is going to Disney World or thinking about Disney World, whether they're staying on property or not. These are all things all Disney guests need to know about, think about, plan for, and prepare for. But yes, as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye, guys.